Yo, what's going on people? It's your boy Huncho, back at you again with another video. Now, as some of you guys know, I've been recently covering the Unknown T trial, and I'll leave the coverage link down in the description. Feel free to go check that out before you carry on with this video. So, to round up what's happened so far in the trial, Daniel Lena, aka Unknown T, is on trial at the Old Bailey with charges of murder and violent disorder alongside Romali Borland, while a third person, being Mohamed Muse, is on trial for violent disorder. And this is surrounding the murder of Stephen Narvaez Jara, who was killed at a house party on New Year's Eve/New Year's Day of 2017/2018. Most recently, we found out that Snapchat footage was shown in court, but it was unconfirmed whether Unknown T was involved, which, as we previously said, if this is the case, it's going to play into Unknown T's favour. But we also had reports that when police had turned up to Unknown T's house, he said he had been expecting police to turn up, which would again play into the prosecution's case. So, in the most recent trial updates, the Leicester Mercury is reporting that Daniel Lena, aka Unknown T, was studying economics and a business degree at Monfort University. If you guys don't know where that is, it's based in Leicester. It was heard he got into Monfort Uni after getting an A star in computing, an A in English language, and an A in English literature at A level. He was studying here when the murder had taken place, as it was heard Unknown T had returned to London to attend the New Year's Eve party. The court had heard last Friday that Unknown T's career had taken off in the months after the house party on January 1st, 2018, as all of you will know, and it had been put on hold since he had been charged with the murder. And the court also found out he had been suspended by the university due to the police investigation. Given evidence in court, he denied being violent at the party, which had two members of security staff searching guests as they entered, as we previously explained. He said he was unaware of anyone going equipped with a weapon. Wearing a dark suit, white shirt and dark tie, Unknown T had told the court he had nothing to do with the death. Asked by the defence counsel, David Spence QC, if he punched anybody, Unknown T had replied, "No, I did not." Asked specifically if he had punched the victim, he replied, "I certainly did not." Unknown T also denied any knowledge of someone carrying a machete, and he said he arrived at the party shortly before midnight and smoked one of his two cannabis joints sometime later. He goes on to say the party was quote-unquote good vibes but ram-packed, and that his glasses kept steaming up, so he spent a lot of time on the balcony. He says he was outside on the balcony when he heard the disturbance inside. He goes, "I was at the balcony door trying to see what was going on. At that point, I saw somebody lunge towards Muse. People were moving reckless. There was a lot of arm swinging, and at that point, I noticed there were some wooden slats." Unknown T goes on to say he stayed where he was, but later found himself on the floor as the crowd surged in various directions. It was then heard that Unknown T was identified as a potential suspect after being described by a witness as the man in the white jumper. And in response to that, Unknown T had replied, "I don't wear jumpers, it's not my style," adding that he was shocked and traumatized at what happened at the party. Again, as previously stated, he was arrested days later before being released on bail, where we now find out that he had returned to Monfort University to continue his course, but as I said earlier on in the video, was later suspended due to the murder investigation and was later deregistered. He goes on to say after this, he concentrated on his music career, telling the court, "My decision was to focus on music. At first, I was balancing them both, music and university, but it came to a point where my success was going very well." And he had told the court he had signed to Universal in September of 2018, and he had gone to perform around the world, including Japan and Ibiza, adding he's become an established artist. And that's all the information out there with the Unknown T trial. And if there is any more updates, as always, I'll let you guys know. Now, with the Snapchat footage, again, it wasn't reported that Unknown T was seen on video, so if we are going from that, with Unknown T saying he was on the balcony at the time of it happening, it's kind of looking like he probably wasn't involved with the attack and ultimately the death of Stephen. Now again, I can't comment because I don't know in depth, for one, about the Snapchat video, and for two, again, because there was a witness there who did say that the man in the white jumper was Unknown T and he was heavily involved. But if we are just going purely from the Snapchat and from what he's saying, you know, it's kind of looking good for Unknown T, I'm not gonna lie. But to only reply to the witness statement, that's not my style, in reply to someone saying that he was the quote-unquote person in the white jumper. Is the jury really going to look at that and think, "Oh, that sounds believable"? Again, I don't really know, and it will be down to the jury to decide that. And what else I got from this trial update was the fact I didn't even know that Unknown T was a university student. So we've got to put into perspective, right? As a university student who at college got really good grades and he had a decent music career going on, would he decide one day to go to a house party and knife someone? Now, we know it's happened in the past, and it could well be the case that this had happened, but you know, it doesn't really seem like like that. Now, I'm not sitting here and saying it can't happen. Of course, humans are humans and people will do what people have got to do. And it could well be that Unknown T has done it. But we've just got to put it into perspective a little bit. So I'm not too sure. At the end of the day, it will be down to the jury whether they decide if he's guilty or not. And he said he had performances in Japan, and it's crazy to think that people in Japan listen to UK drill music. I know there's like a big Asian trap scene over there, but it just shows you the reach that UK drill music has got. Now, I did try to do a little bit of research to see if there was any YouTube videos or if there's anything on Google to see if there was anything about these shows, and I can't currently find that. But, you know, for what reason has he got to lie about going to Japan to perform? But if there is any more updates to this, as always, I'll let you guys know. But let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section below. Give the video a little like, and if you want the latest drill, street and music news out of the UK, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It's been your boy Huncho, and I'm out.